Hey guys, this is Comic Uno, and today I'm doing a review for Spider-Gwen issue 12. And before I start talking about this issue, just want to give you guys a couple updates. Of course, I have Comic Uno episode 164, and that show where I review all the comics I read this week in one show. If you want to go check out all the exclusive comics, in the description below there is a link. And guys, go check out my Mother Versus show, my web show, if you would like. That would be annotated, the newest episode. So moving on to Spider-Gwen issue 12, as you guys know, one of my favorite series, always love talking about it. And this is the final battle between Punisher and Spider-Gwen. So what's going to happen? Will this be a massive ending? And how will this change Gwen's life? As always, beautiful cover here. I love kind of this water art type thing going on. I really do like the covers. And overall, like I said, really enjoy Robbie Rodriguez's art here. As always, I mean, it just fits the tone so well for Gwen. I would say the only thing I didn't like about this issue, I think some of the fight scenes were very close up, so you couldn't enjoy them as much, so maybe some of the camera angles could have been better. But overall, like I said, the colors are very vibrant and just beautiful artwork that fits so well for Spider-Gwen. But moving on to the story, which is, like I said, Punisher versus Spider-Gwen. Now, Spider-Gwen, you know, she has her power pack thing. It's one of the last ones. And she wants to defeat Punisher. And she realizes Punisher is a different villain than she's ever faced because he has to prove that he's a hero. And the only way to prove that he's a hero is to find his villain, which is Gwen. And we see that Gwen's father kind of gets in the mix of all this, and by the end, they kind of defeat Punisher for the meantime. He's definitely going to come back, but Gwen's father decides, alright, the reason this is all happening is because of me. The only way you're going to be safe and be the best hero you can be is if I turn myself in. And Gwen does not understand this at all. Why is he doing this? And she's crying, and then it's really Captain Stacy totally accepting his daughter. Not that he hasn't in past issues, but this is the total acceptance of him sacrificing himself for his daughter to have a better life, and we'll see how that works out. And now Gwen, because of this, kind of goes in a downward spiral, not like her changing her personality too much, but she asks Matt Murdock, hey, I need help, I want my dad to have the best representation he can, you know, what can I do? And Matt, well, she really makes a deal with the devil where she's going to be working with the Kingpin. So who is Matt Murdock in this universe? So that is how the story ends. So I thought this was a very solid issue. I will say some of the dialogue feels a little preachy at times, and sometimes when we get to the final act, it gets to that. So it got a little wordy at times, preachy, I would say, like I said. But overall, there's so many great emotional beats in this issue, especially between Gwen and her father. The best moment of this issue really being Gwen taking off her mask and saying, "Dad, Dad, I don't want you to go. Like, I can't do this alone." Which has been kind of like the difference with Spider-Gwen and the other Spider heroes. The other Spider heroes tend to do it alone. It's more of this solo act. But with Gwen, you know, she always had her dad. She always had that as a confidant. Had him as a confidant. So now who is she going to talk to? Who is she going to turn to? Which I think is going to be interesting for next issue, because it looks like the Mary Janes are going to be a little bit more of a part of the story. So maybe Gwen will confide in them, because like it's still up in the air if they actually know she's Spider-Gwen or not, because she left with punching Punisher through a window. So are they going to be curious what's going on? And will Gwen be able to say, hey, yeah, I'm Spider-Gwen. I need help. I need help, and I need, you know, confidant. So I'm curious to see if they're going to do that. But yeah, very solid issue. It was a really good ending to the Punisher and Gwen story, showing that, again, Punisher is a different type of villain. And changing Gwen's life, really, totally. I guess a nitpick I have with this issue, though, which I hope is talked about in the next issue, is her lack of power source. Like every other issue is talked about, hey, this is my last power source. I feel like they should have mentioned it again here, because it just seemed like, hey, I'm Spider-Gwen again. And I still don't know how they're going to get out of that hole, because that was kind of a big part of this arc, and that doesn't get concluded in the end of this arc. So I don't know what they're gonna do with that. I hope they don't like randomly say, hey, it was concluded right here when she was zapped, she got her powers back, which I guess that would be my only thought of how she would get her powers back. So hopefully they deal with that next issue, because I thought it would have been better to deal with in this final act, but like I said, hopefully they do it in the next issue. But I thought this was a very solid issue. I enjoyed it. There was a lot of good emotional beats, a good ending to the Spider-Gwen arc between Punisher. So Spider-Gwen issue 12 gets 4 stars from me. Hopefully you guys enjoyed. This is Comic Uno. Don't forget to follow me on Twitter. Don't forget to like my Facebook page. Also, description below, there are links for my comic book, Like Father, Like Daughter. And don't forget to like the Facebook page of Like Father, Like Daughter. And I'll see you guys later.